I'm pretty sure that's the first time Jay-Z's been played at Olympian event. Make sure that's instrumental, by the way. Lieutenant General, thank you so much for that speech. We appreciate everything. I am one of those frozen chosen that you were talking about. He's actually outside. He's here, what I'm saying. I like to refer to myself as a recovering Baptist. Totally kidding. Baptist roots were good to me and I'm grateful for it. I don't know why I got asked to do this, to be honest. And for those people that were in my trial ad class that actually got to saw me do public speaking on a regular basis, like Christy Yurkowski, she said she's cringing right now looking at me. My final trial was the biggest fiasco ever, and this is probably going to top it. Anyway, I was brought here to bring a little levity to the evening, and I've never done this before, and I didn't think I was going to have to follow a sermon. I had no clue what to do, so I look like an even bigger jerk now than I thought I would. Anyway, so much that I want to say, I don't know where to start. Greg Earl, Rob Earl, whatever his name is, I don't think anybody knows. He had a different name like for the first 4 semesters when we were in law school. He and Brian O'Shea, wasn't that cute with the two of them up here earlier? The tender moment they shared. That was great. I think they actually left. I think they're taking a walk now by the river. I'm killing it. This is good. I had no clue. I should be on study for the MPRE. Most people know I like to put myself down a lot, self-deprecating. Well, I would say humor, but usually it's not funny. I'll be taking MPRE for the second time tomorrow, folks. So I really shouldn't be here, but anyway. Yeah, this is only my second Barristers in 3 years here at Liberty. My 1L year, I wasn't able to make it last year. My sister got married, so I had to attend that. But I actually came my 1L year, and Sam Moore, I don't know if you guys remember him, he was actually my date. It's weird, I know. We split the cost of a ticket, but he's not here tonight, so anyway. There are a couple of people I want to point out here. Two in particular, two of our esteemed faculty members, Professors Chavijan and Lucas. I know I've seen Boz. I don't know about, there he is right there. He's staring at me. He knows I can get it. I don't know if I've seen Professor Lucas here tonight or not, but those two, they actually saw like a little video they put together, and they were trying to be humorous. And they really didn't pull that off too well. We actually had to nix that in tonight's program. It was super awkward, to be honest. They were like an old married couple. Matter of fact, I think the last time I saw something that awkward was when Jeff Brown and Brett Barbour auditioned for season 1 of Glee. That was cute too. All right. Speaking of cute, Brian O'Shea again. I'm going to keep coming back to that. There's just so much material. It's just so rich there. Let's just move on from that. I want to recognize some people in our class. I have no clue that was in there. Walter Cronkite is rolling over his grave. Look at that. Oh gosh. Just leave that up there for a bit. But what I want to do, I want to recognize some people who have reached some milestones since we've been in law school. A lot of people have hit some high watermarks in their life since we've been here. In fact, 97% of the 3L class got married while we were in law school. Congrats to y'all. That doesn't make me feel bad at all at age 37. I'm still single with no hope of ever getting married. But anyway, here's some significant milestones. One, Jeff Sue. A lot of y'all know Jeff. Where's he at? Where's Jeff? He's here. Okay, well, I won't pick on him too much. But yeah, he actually got his driver's license while we were in law school. Shaved for the first time. Really life events for him. Brandon Butler. Where's Brandon? By the way, Brandon, he brought Scott Littlegood as his date tonight. That was a sweet move. Scott's a graduate, was my roommate. Good guy, I love him to death. But Brandon, he is actually finishing his 9th year of law school. So, definitely want to recognize him for that. Okay, I was going to make fun of Kevin Fritz, but that is just too easy, especially after that fantastic video, which that was good, by the way. Whoever did that did a great job with it. I do want to say one thing about Kevin. Anybody who's ever been in a class with Kevin, they know he is like the teacher's pet. I mean, he did everything but bring apples to the professors, but he was always the first person to raise his hand in class. I remember an insurance law class last semester. Kevin actually, we had a substitute teacher, a substitute professor, and he was actually on the wrong assignment. The professor was, and he was asking questions. And nobody in the class knew what was going on except Kevin. He raised his hand and started volunteering. He said, well, I knew none of my classmates had read ahead, but I just took the liberty to read a few lessons ahead. So that's the kind of person you're dealing with. We got a few more pictures I want to show, if that's okay. We're going to move into the celebrity look-alike phase of my little rat-a-tat-tat here. The first one we're going to go to, I think this is the, go ahead and put it up. I think it's the Justin Bieber. That's a sweet one. Matt actually has, I love Matt. He is a super guy, great guy. And he's actually gotten a trim since that picture was taken. Couldn't resist that. Now the next one, before this one comes up, we actually have someone who resembles a great leader. The person who discovered the 3 laws of motion, I believe, is our next one. Can we go to that one? Yeah, there we go. And do we have another picture? Yeah. Alright. I don't know how I'm doing on time, honestly. I got a lot of stuff here. We'll try to figure it out. Professor Rice, I think, is here. And he's actually shaved. But I was so surprised because I was going to like just talk about the fact that we were glad that he took time out of making duck calls and catching frogs to come forward. But anyway, I don't think Garrett Jackiani's here. Most of the 3 of us know Garrett. Actually, I saw him. I thought he was coming. I was coming down the street, and he was out talking to a homeless guy on the street, and I was like, God, that's so awesome. You know, Garrett, he's out ministering to this guy, and I like rolled the window down, and he was out talking to him about the model penal code. He was like just grilling the guy. David Bascaron was going to be, he's actually probably going to be here in about 30 minutes, to be honest. People don't know David. But Spender is well aware of that. I don't think he was ever on time for your class. Never. And this is funny. This is because I came in here thinking nobody's going to get me, because I get picked on for being like the old guy in our class, which there are people older than me. I'm actually the same age as Professor Christian, if anybody can believe that. Yeah, we were born the same year. I just discovered that this week. I don't know how I feel about that. But I thought there were probably like 3 people in our class that will get most of what I say. Bob McCamey, and I said, I don't know if Bob will be here tonight. He is here, by the way, but you know, we're close to the same age. Mark Dow, but then I thought, Mark's probably going to sleep through the presentation. And then the only other person I could think of was J.K. Summers, but I was like, J.K. probably doesn't remember anything that happened in my 10 which is when I grew up, so. Anyway, a few more people I just want to mention in the 3L class. Jonathan Peake, most of you know Jonathan, he is not here. Jonathan is a super guy, one of my best friends in the law school. I love him to death. Nicest person on earth, if you know him. He is super. Matter of fact, he paid for all of this tonight. That's why he's not here. I think somebody who didn't pay for anything is Garrett Cutler. He is the cheapest person on earth. The reason he's not here is because they wouldn't take Hardee's coupons. Darren Renshaw was here, but he left like 30 minutes into the program, like he does during all our exams. Still don't understand, that's amazing. I'm still reading the instructions and this guy's walking out of the room. One other thing, I want to talk about Judge Bender, and again, Judge Bender, and this is, I'm going to kind of break character here for a minute and say this from the bottom of my heart. You've meant a lot to me. I had you for 4 classes, the first 4 semesters I was here. And you, just the way you live your life, and just as a professor and as a man, I've appreciated it. But one thing I do remember in your tax class is when we had the earthquake, and you didn't even know what was happening. That was kind of scary. Anyway. I had a Josh Twiggy Smalls, as I like to call him. But I just always pick on him just for being from New Jersey. That is the joke. I don't have anything else to say. So I'm going to wrap it up here. I just want to tell you, I know some people like have been going back and forth to the bathroom and stuff, and they miss. As a matter of fact, I drank a lot of water before I came up here, and I tried to time my restroom visit, and I went way too early, and I'm really miserable right now. But a lot of people may have missed some of the things that have gone on. Don't worry, you'll be getting an email from Ms. Nijikowski with a full summary of what happened tonight, followed by another one from Dean Stavery. And then 2 days later, you get the same email from Chris Breedlove. All right, well, one more thing I want to touch on is the 2L guys. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to say. There's a little group of them that I don't think they understand the exam dress code. The guys that dress like this for exams, that like, yeah, you can wear jeans too, so I just want to let you know. Anyway, well, I think I'm done. I've put you through enough misery. I'm going to call Blake. One more thing. I do want to say something. When we were recognizing people, I wasn't recognizing anybody. When Gregor was recognizing people a little while ago, he neglected to mention Kendra Johnson, who is our chaplain. And I just want to thank Kendra for everything she's done. She's done a fantastic job. As a spiritual leader, we're going to give out some superlatives, and then he's got a short Kaplan presentation he wants to we got some scholarships.
Too funny, Ron.
Yeah.
It's good to hear Will up here making some humor. Humor goes a long way, but employers are looking, on Facebook and in different places like that to get a feel for who they're looking at, who they're hiring. And if you take a picture of the screens, I mean, they're going to be able to see this in a few. And also, the 97% getting married, I was lucky enough to meet my wife 4 years ago. We got married over spring break, so I really feel for you. But let me just...
And who came to your wedding, by the way?
You did. Thank you for coming. 97%, and he cracked on himself for not being married, but I went to dinner with him the other night. And this is the type of flirting that I heard out of Mr. Gardner. The total of his bill came up to $18.96, and the first thing that came to his mind instead of paying immediately happened to be 1896. That's the year that Plessy versus Ferguson.
I don't even know if that's right.
It gets worse. It says, I was just reading The Descent the other day by John Marshall Harlan, speaking to the cashier, mind you. I was reading The Descent for...
she was feeling it, too.
That's kind of the explanation of why maybe you're 37,
I won't be 37 until Monday.
Well, we're going to go ahead and get started with the...
Oh yeah, we gotta have the actual paper in front of us.
We're going to go ahead and get started with the superlatives. We have some good ones out here tonight. First, we would like to start with the Adverse Possession Award for taking up all the chairs in the hallway. Go with the nominees, Mr. Barber.
Adverse Possession. Well, the nominees are for the Adverse Possession Award: John Mark Beckton, Andrew Schuhoven, Christian Fraser, David Craigenow, and Twiggy Smalls. I left my name out here. I should have been in there.
You do visit them quite often. So you're usually laid out with a book in your hand.
Exactly. Do you want to announce the winner here?
Yeah, I would love to. And the winner is all of the above.
Yay! All right. Our next award is the Best Law School Bromance. I think everybody knows what romance is. I'm not going to explain it if you don't know. But, okay, I will. It's for the guys so you won't see one without the other. It's kind of our explanation of it. You want to read these?
Yeah, there's actually quite a few nominee couples.
One of them is not here anymore tonight, by the way.
So, we'll start with the first couple. Mr. Twiggy Smalls and Craigenow. Second is John Mark Beckton and Schuhoven. Next is Mr. Sunderland Murphy, also known as Sonny, and Mr. Thomas and Mr. Redshaw. That's a threesome. Next we have Jeff Brown and Mr. Barbour. I actually saw them in the presentation, so I mean, closer than brothers.
Yeah, yes.
And our final nomination is Mr. McCurdy and Mr. Sumi. This was actually this was tough. We had to think about this for a while, Mr. Gardner.
Did you say McPurdy?
McCurdy. Yeah, I mean,
he is Purdy.
Not McCurdy.
Yeah.
And I would like to preface this winner by saying they have followed each other a long ways. This bromance didn't start in law school like many of the others. It started in Alaska. Everyone knows where it's coming from. Mr. McCurdy and Mr. Sumi met in Alaska. Their parents and family were great friends. Unfortunately, one day, Mr. McCurdy and his family moved to Florida. It wasn't the end, though. Shortly after, the Sumis decided to move to Florida, following Mr. McCurdy.
Yeah.
And then they decided to come to law school together, and the bromance continues and forever shall live. So congratulations to the winners of the Best Bromance Award, Mr. Jeff Sumi and Mr. Aaron McCurdy.
This next one, there's only one nominee, and he's going to win. It's the person most likely to ask a professor for the answers to an exam in class. And that would, of course, be James Kinney.
I don't think it really happened. All right, next, clearly there's only one nominee for this one also. It's the GQ Award. Need we post a picture again? We can just for humor, I mean. Mr. Boucher was the winner, but.
This next one, this is what's known as the Rodney Chrisman Accent Award for the person with the best, I guess, best Southern accent in the law school.
Just a natural accent.
And I want to say something about Professor Chrisman. He actually showed us some slides the other day in class of his goat that he recently purchased.
No, it was the baby.
Well, he talked about Butter, who is the mother, I believe, and Pumpkin Butter, who is the baby.
How's Pumpkin Butter doing?
How's Pumpkin Butter doing? There he is. Yeah.
It's a good thing we have any lamb chops tonight.
You want to read the nominees?
Oh, sure, of course.
Well, I'll read the nominees. Okay. Megan Chapman is one of the nominees for this award. Everybody loves Megan's Southern accent. Michael Black from the beautiful state of South Carolina, Abbeville, South Carolina. Rayanne Osborne, good southern accent there. Chris Root, of course, obviously. And Patrina Williams. And
I could have nominated myself, but
your state, North Carolina. You want to say the winner?
And I think the best Rodney Crispin Natural Accent Award goes to Mrs. Chapman.
Hey. This is getting a little drawn out.
Alright, this next one's actually pretty good. It is the person that has offset the most class curves. And that's not the professor with the most curves. That would go to Professor Division. This is the person that's offset the most curves. And clearly, the winner of this one is
Dr. Vogel, of course.
He's just messed us all up.
He's messed up like 2 different classes. He's probably out for some type of PhD or something. The person who takes the most bathroom breaks during one class. You want to read these numbers?
Yeah.
I gotta get some more to say about this.
Mr. Pike. And Mr. Valentine.
Yeah, Duffy and Aaron Pike. And actually the winner is going to be Aaron Pike on this one, but I think he's in the bathroom right now. So and certainly, wherever he is, he has his books for advanced bar studies with him, I'm sure. The most intramural championships won, is this our next one?
Yeah, we really didn't have too many.
Yeah, this would be Stephanie Goodbar, Kendra Johnson, and Charity Stokemeister are our nominees here.
And their team actually won.
They all win because they're always on the team together.
Yeah. So congratulations. They're a lot better than the men's soccer team, that's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. On the flip side, we get most of the real games lost. James, I think you have a lot to do with that, don't you?
Wrapping it up here, most likely to talk about West Virginia in class. Gibson.
That's not all he's most likely to do in class.
Here's another one. Most likely to laugh hysterically at a professor when called on in class. And I think the most memorable time Tim lost it in class was during Professor Division's infamous Jones case class. It started with Mr. Q in the back row. And Professor Division had asked us to read a 30-page opinion on top of the reading a few days before.
A few days, like 15 minutes.
Yeah. So he goes to Mr. Q asking for not the opinion, but the concurring opinion of Justice Sotomayor. And nobody really brought the case with him, but everybody kind of played dumb, tried to avoid eye contact. So he went to Frank first. Frank didn't have the answer. Okay, he's still lenient at this point. Mind you, he's been juicing for about a month. So
a week at best.
A couple hours probably. So he's already a little bit grumpy. And then he gets on, I believe it was Mr. Kimmy or Mr. Dennis was next. Neither of which had the case, nor had read the concurring opinion. And then he gets to Mr. Gibson. I think he asks him 4 questions before he gets the final answer. Do you have the opinion with you? I can't. Is Tim here tonight?
He's not.
So four questions in, Professor Division storms out and says, "Class is dismissed." So he had to go juice again, juicing up. So that was the most memorable one.
We got 2 more, and then we'll get out of your hair. Most likely to enter the wrong classroom. We put Matt Bailey down on this because I think that's happened a couple times to him, but let's even remember Sheila Ross was in our class. That happened quite often. I think she was good. We'll have to notify her if she wanted.
And then the final superlative we're giving out tonight will go to the most likely to walk into a courtroom in flip-flops and shorts.
J.K. Summers. I have many little things that I knew what to do during my little spiel. I don't even know how to do I have something for Dean Staley. I was trying to get serious again. I was in D.C. a couple weeks ago, and I was at a gift shop near the White House, and just taking in everything in D.C. Sometimes it just gets you excited, and you know, I kind of like politics, and I enjoy that stuff. But I was there, and I happened to be in a gift shop, and I saw something, and I thought, gosh, that's got Dean Staley written all over it, and just. I'm so thankful for what he's done for the law school. He's provided such good leadership for us. And I couldn't help but get this forward, just as a token of gratitude from my heart. You don't have to come up here. You can pick it up after the show.